Hey, how's it going, guys? Mr. Boss for the win here, and in today's Grand Theft Auto 5 video, I'm going to be talking to you guys about making money within your organization as a CEO, utilizing the offices and the warehouses, and if it's the new best money-making method, or if it's actually a ripoff and not as good as it actually sounds. We're going to be discussing, breaking down everything today, going over the numbers, and just how long it might take you to make your money back if this is one of the options you want to take. So first things first, let's talk about how making money as a CEO using these warehouses work. For starters, you have to have an office, you have to have a warehouse, and then you go on a set of missions where you either go purchase or you try to buy or you find throughout the world items. You then bring those items and you take them back to your warehouse. Once you take them back to your warehouse, they'll be worth a certain value. You can sell them on the spot, you can choose to wait, and the price will either go up or down. That's the risk you take. Now, once you decide you want to sell, you then have to go on another mission, which requires you either getting on a boat or an airplane and then proceeding to drop off the package at a certain location. This could be somewhere in the desert, like in Sandy Shores. This could be somewhere out in the ocean. It's random, and it all depends on the items that you have. And in theory, this sounds great, and there's the potential to make a lot of money there, but is it worth the amount of time it takes and the upfront fixed costs in order to get started and to start making money as a CEO? So let's get something out of the way really quick. Making money is only going to be effective and efficient if you are the CEO. In my personal opinion, it does not make sense to tag along as an associate if you're doing this for serious money-making abilities. I saw one example where the CEO sold $220,000 worth of goods and the associates only ended up getting $10,000, which is not a lot. And you guys know that in order to get a warehouse full of $220,000 worth of stuff, that is multiple runs of doing the CEO missions over and over and over again. So that doesn't seem worth it to me on that front as far as the associates go. You're not making enough money for the time and effort that you put in. However, that is a great segue to the next thing I want to touch on, in that it's probably only good for the CEO for one of two reasons. The first of which is there is an incredibly high fixed cost associated with becoming a CEO. So there's obviously a few things you need. You need a high-rise office and you need a warehouse. These warehouses and these high-rise offices range from the low millions to the multi-millions of dollars depending on the size you want. And I'll be quite frank with you right now, the small warehouses that can only fit 16 crates are very worthless. They do not help you out whatsoever. So you really only want to go for the medium and the large ones, which again are going to put you over $1 million to anywhere close to $3 million on the warehouse. And depending on what office you want, you could easily spend up to $6 million. Not saying you have to, but you could if you want to get the most out of your office. So just on that alone right there, you're down at least 5 to 6 to anywhere from $7 to $9 million before you've even made a cent off of your organization and off of your business. So there's an extremely high fixed cost when it comes associated to this, and it's really only beneficial for the CEO, what I've noticed so far. Another thing I've noticed about these missions is that they get repetitive really quickly. As I've mentioned, there's not a lot of variety. You just go to the computer and then you click on if you want to buy 3 crates of an item versus 1 or 2 crates of an item, and then you go out into the world and you try to find it and you bring it to your warehouse. That's it. There's not a lot of variety with these missions. I think there's 4 or 5 different scenarios where there'll be thieves you have to chase, or it'll be a truck parked in a parking lot. So there's various sort of things you have to do, but the variety is just not there for me. They got boring after about the 5th or 6th time that I did them. Now, another thing is that it takes a long amount of time when you go from that initial process of setting up the buying arrangement as your CEO in your office to going out into the world, getting the goods, going back to your warehouse, setting up the goods, then selling them, which requires another mission. That is a long period of time. It could take anywhere from 20 to 30 minutes. And I've even heard people compare them to contact missions. You'd make just as much money if you did contact missions. So right there alone, that's a little disheartening, because if you think about it, contact missions are something you can do super easy and don't require any of the setup time or any of the things you have to do, like buying a CEO, a warehouse, an office. None of that. It doesn't require any of that in game. So even with all of that said, it's still really fun to do and you can still make a good bit of money. I think you just need to know that it's going to be a slow investment and not something that you're going to make your money back off of immediately. Because those fixed costs are so high with the offices and the warehouse, you won't be like after a day saying, woohoo, I am super rich. This is something you're gonna have to do constantly to make a lot of money. And I'm actually gonna explain it to you now in a little bit better because it is confusing. Do you buy 1 crate? Do you buy 2 crates? Do you buy 3 crates? It's very confusing, so I'm going to try to explain it right now. So for this example, let's say you have a large warehouse, which is 111 slots. So if you were to buy single crates, meaning you would have to do 111 missions to fill them up, you would make about $222,000. However, that would take you 111 missions, which is kind of long. It would only cost you $222,000. However, as I said earlier, it would take you 111 missions. So you have to weigh the balances between the overall cost you want to pay and the number of missions that you have to do. 111 is a lot. So let's say you choose the 2 crate options, which would be $8K a piece and would come out to a costing around $444,000, which is roughly 56 missions. Or if you were to do the large crate option, which is 3 crates, it's $18,000. So filling up a large warehouse, which is 111 crates, would take around 37 missions and close to $666,000. So I know that might have been incredibly confusing, but by buying these single crates as compared to the ones in 3s, it'll take you more work, but in the long run, you'll end up making more money due to spending less initially on buying the goods. So that's a lot, and I know that was a lot to take in, but basically, you're going to have to do more work if you want to get more money in the long run, or if you want to just have fun with the missions and it'll take longer to make money, you want to buy the 3 crates at a time. Again, I know that was extremely confusing, but again, Rockstar didn't do a great job of explaining everything and breaking everything down, so I figured making a video like this would be important for you guys. So at the end of the day, is it the new best way to make money in Grand Theft Auto Online? It might be in the long run. If you can get over that huge fixed upfront cost with the warehouse fee and the high-rise office fee, then yeah, you might consider this the best money-making method. However, if you're looking for that short-term gratification, that instant plus of green money in your bank account, then this isn't going to be something for you, and you might want to look towards alternative methods. So as always, I'd love to hear from you guys in the comment section down below. Let me know what you think about the making money opportunities through using warehouses and offices in Grand Theft Auto Online. I'd love to hear from you guys there on what you think. If you did go on to enjoy the video, a like rating would of course be awesome. And also subscribe to my YouTube channel if you are new or you like daily GTA 5 videos like this. With all the way, guys, like I said, thanks for watching. Take care, and I'll see you guys in the next video.